do the mean. Really with this, I really think the better one would be your raw data. Let's just do the raw data, and that's why I've taken a copy of it so we don't mess it up. So in Excel, the mean is just called the average. So there's your left bracket. Come up here, select the whole thing, that whole column. All right, there's your mean there, 12.179. So that'll be 12.18 or say 12.2, depending on what you want to round it to. Okay. I'll just write beside here, mean. If I could write X bar in proper notation, I would. Now the median is going to be the middle one. Now, you don't even, Excel will even work that out for you. I presume it does it with unsorted data. We'll do it with both columns and just check it. So this is unsorted data. Let's see if Excel can do that. 9.2. Let's do it over here. This is the sorted data here. Except I've got a blank in there. That could mess things up a bit, that blank, because that would make Excel think there are 51 scores and not 50. But let's see what happens. Yeah, the difference was because it's included that as a score. Just move it back up. Watch this. Median C51. That should be. All right, there we go. We've got the same figure. All right. And mode. Oh, well, you've sorted it. So what you're actually looking for is the modal class, not the mode in continuous data. So go back up to here, look at your frequency column graph. The modal class is 5 to less than 10. So there you have it. There's your mean, median, mode. Okay. Fx equals, so your frequency column there multiplied by the midpoint. That's your x for this purpose. Copy that down, Control C, hold down the Shift key, space down, or however you copy a cell to the rest of the column. Control V. Okay. Now we want the total of that column. So that's the total of all the scores from the table. I just wonder how that compares if I did a total here. So let's say I did a total of all of those. 603, and here we got 592. Not a lot of difference really in the scheme of things. Okay, and then we want to divide this total there by the number of scores. That's your 50 there, 11.85, and we get 12.2 there. I'll just bold that. 12.2, Control B for bold. 11.85. Okay, so not a lot of difference there. To get your midpoint from the table, to get your median from the table, you can do it by hand if you had this printed out, but otherwise you need to put in a cumulative frequency column, so CF for cumulative frequency, and so that's 8, and 8 and 9 are 17, 27, plus 9 are 36. You could add it up on Excel, but it's 43, 47, and then you're adding 0.75 each time, 47.75, and you don't really need to go any further because you know you're after, with 50 scores, you know you're after the 25th and the 26th score. That's halfway. And so here, this is where I'll do I've done the mean in bold. I'll do the median. So there, we've got the mean over here, the median, and I'm going to have to take up some more room here, so I'll put this over here. Median is at the 26th and 25th and 26th scores. So that is the median class of 5 to less than 10. There. All right, that's your median. Now, if you look at it, is that what we'd expect? Your median is in that class, so you might say it's halfway down the middle, just general rule of thumb there, given a median class, and the mean is 11.85, so it's to the right, which is what you expect. It's a positively skewed distribution, so the mean should be at the right. And the mode, it's actually the modal class in this case, and you can just read that off. You can read that off the graph, and that's also 5 to less than 10. All right, so let's move that over there. All right, going down here, just to look what we had, 5 to less than 10. I've got an equal sign there. I don't know why. Less than 10. Modal class. Median was 9.2, so it's still in the 5 to less than 9 class. And if we do this to the study hours, we didn't do that before. So there's our median and our modal class. Let's do it from the table. Median, I'll bold it, 34.76, 34.33, not much difference. Median, we've got 21 scores, so the median is at the, so it's 21, got my fingers and toes, or if you like, add 1, 21 plus 1 is 2, 22 divided by 2 is 11, so it's at the 11th score, and which meaning it's in the 20th score, so I've got to do a cumulative frequency graph. I'll insert this. Notice when you insert, the formulas adapt. They take account of that new blank column. All right, so put CF in here. So frequency is 1.5 there, then 3, then 7, and then 13. And I don't actually need to go any further. All right. I was looking for the 11th score, meaning it's in the class the 30 to less than 40 class. Let's go down and with a fairly normal distribution, I don't know if that's the right words, you'd expect it to be about where the mode median is anyway. So go down here, what did we find? The median is in that 30 to 40 class. Here the mean is just a little bit to the left, and you can see that slight skewing to the left, which makes the mean is a little bit less than the median there, which is what you'd expect, this a little bit of a tail to the left. All right, and the mode, again, you just read off your graph, it's the 34 to 40 class. Okay, so there's a couple of examples of some roughly normal distribution, and this one a fairly unattractive distribution, which we've done our best with.